Okay, guys, so we are looking at, like we've looked at the Pythagorean theorem and how to find missing sides. Now what we want to do is we want to apply the Pythagorean theorem so that we can find certain things. So like in this case, like we're looking to find the area of this triangle, okay? And I know that if I take the area of this triangle and the area of this triangle and add them together, that's going to give me the area of this overall triangle. But the issue is, like, I can find the area of this triangle with the 6 as the height and the base of 3, but I do not know what the area of the triangle that has a hypotenuse of 9 and a leg of 6, or the altitude of 6. So we got to find out what that is, and we're going to use the Pythagorean theorem to do that. So like I'm going to define that as x, and I'm going to say x squared plus 6 squared equals 9 squared. So I got x squared plus 36 equals 81. So I do get x squared to be whatever 81 minus 36 is, which is 45. So I get the length of x to be the square root of 45. That's how long this side is. It's the square root of 45. Okay? So what I want to do is I want to find the area of this triangle overall. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to take half of the height of that first triangle of 6, multiply it by the square root of 45, and then I am just going to add half of 6 times the base, which is 3. And so if I take this value, so I'm taking the square root of 45, I'm going to multiply it by 6, and I'm going to multiply it by 0.5. I get the area of that first one to be 20.12, or 20.1, because that's we're asked to round to the nearest tenth. Okay, and then this other one, I get that to be 9. Half of 6, and then 3 is 9. So the area that you got is 29.1 units squared. Okay, looking at this one, we want to do the same thing, but this time we want to find out what x and y is. So we have 12 squared, because that's the hypotenuse, equals 8 squared plus y squared. So I got 144 equals 64 plus y squared. So I get y to be the square root of 60, which is 7.7. That's what y is. And then I'm going to do the same thing with x. So I got 8 squared plus x squared equals 9 squared. So I got 64 plus x squared equals 81. And I get x squared to be 17. So x is the square root of 17, which is 4.1. So, like if I know this is 7.7 and this is 4.1, another thing that I could do is I could just add those two bases together, and I would take half of 8 times 11.8, because that's what the sum of those two sides are. So if I take 4 times 11.8, I get 47.2. So the area of this triangle overall is 47.2 units squared. So I'm going to ask you just to try those next few questions, and I'll have answers posted on the board so you guys can look at that.